Across the country, the battle rages on.
Why are you so obsessed with staying here?
We're on the verge of divorce, aren't we?
No.
One of you wants to stay.
The other is desperate to go.
I haven't moved house in over 10 years.
I have moved house recently because it was time to go.
If it doesn't work for you, then what are you doing in it?
Good luck. It's not going to happen. We love it. We're staying here.
So we're back. And I'm proving that with a bit of inspiration...
Shush, Pussycat, I'm thinking.
And a bit more effort.
You just want to get the sledgehammer out, don't you?
A little bit, yes. You could already be in your dream home.
Whereas I'm spending my time more wisely, offering up the perfect property.
Oh, wow, this is beautiful.
I didn't think we could afford anything like this.
Without the need for demolition.
It's your house on steroids.
I like it, but I don't like it because I don't want to like it.
It won't be easy.
To be honest, you lost me at Make My House Like Thailand.
Or straightforward.
So do you like this one so far?
No.
But we're here to help reunite the UK.
List it is coming my way. Always going for a challenge.
I think you need the helmet just in case I whack one into your head.
Right.
After my victory in Long Eaton, it's 1-1 in the series. And this week, it all seems to be going a bit Pete Tong.
No, the other way.
Oh, OK. The other way what?
With more than one false start.
Everything's fine. And some shocking revelations.
I thought you were on my side.
I'd forgotten how much fun this was.
No, Cynthia, you could at least be a bit sympathetic.
But luckily, the professionals are on hand.
I'm fine. I'm not claustrophobic at all.
And that's even bigger than you'd expect.
It's got a walk-in shower.
To put to bed that all-important question.
Do you want to love it?
Or list it.
Today we're in Walthamstow, a.k.a. London's East End.
So the East End, eh?
Yeah. I've always been disappointed, though, because it doesn't look like EastEnders.
What do you mean?
Well, it just doesn't.
Well, you haven't got an Albert Square, but you've got plenty of the old Vic.
And it seems Phil is channeling his inner Mitchell brother. Admittedly, he has got the hair, but maybe not the lingo.
Don't get your Alan Wickers twisted. Otherwise, we'll all be having a giraffe.
I think you just made that one up.
I didn't.
In this East End setting, a real-life Love It or List It soap opera is taking place. Starring charity workers Sarah and Peppa Clayton-Fisher and their two dogs, Bella and Gracie.
It's a lovely house that we both love. It's in a great area, and I think it's got potential to grow with us. I really do.
I hope you're right, but I don't think you are.
Oh.
At the centre of this tumultuous storyline is their small two-bed Victorian terrace. Sarah and Peppa scrimped and saved and bought it 7 years ago, just after the market dipped. They did it up, and it has more than doubled in value.
We tried so hard to get it in the first place. It just feels like we should give it a chance for a bit longer and stay here a bit longer, I think.
I mean, it was supposed to be a 3-year house.
Yeah.
So I feel like we have given it quite a lot of chances in 7 years.
Sarah and Peppa were recently married and are now hoping to start a family. But with a crammed second bedroom and a Jack and Jill bathroom, the current layout doesn't even work for the family they have now.
There's 2 doors, which means that you can quite easily burst in on somebody who's in there. So it's
Peppa's seen a lot more of my family members than she probably would have liked to.
Yeah.
If we want to have a family, the house simply won't work for us, so that's a big problem, I think.
And as well as a small kitchen, there's the room that Sarah's dad describes as the horrible dark dining room.
Once your dad says that, you can't then not hear that whenever you step into it. So now, as soon as I come down in the morning, it's like, oh, just switch the lights on in the horrible dark room.
He's got a lot to answer for, your dad.
It's going to take a lot to sort out these two leading ladies, Phil.
But you are emotionally attached to it.
Very emotionally attached.
Whereas I have a sensible hat on that says...
Heartless hat.
Heartless?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't just rely on memories in a house when it doesn't really work for you anymore. If it's not practical, if it doesn't work for you, then what are you doing in it?
I couldn't agree more, Sarah. Time to solve this argument once and for all.
Phil, that is staggeringly selfish parking.
I was just trying to get you out of the car quickly.
I think this is the house, isn't it? Number 7?
Looks a bit small. Not much you can really do with that, but never mind. Doesn't worry me. Here we go. Best behaviour.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello.
Sarah,
I'm Phil.
nice to meet
Very
you.
nice to meet you,
Nice to
Sarah.
meet you. I'm Kirsty.
How you doing?
Hiya, Peppa.
Nice to meet you, Peppa.
It's my mission today to turn this 900 square foot 2-bed terrace into somewhere they can both love.
Whereas it's my job to show them what else the market has to offer and encourage them to list it.
So hit us with it. Who wants to love it? Who wants to list it?
I want to love it.
And I went to list it. It was supposed to be a 3 to 5 year house, and we've been here 7 years now.
7 very lovely years.
Time to move.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, makes sense. Perfect.
I'm very emotionally attached to this house, and so moving just doesn't feel like something that I want to consider, really. The location is just amazing because everything is walkable. We can take the dogs out and walk to a park. We can walk to bars and restaurants that we really like. And we do want to grow the family, and I can see that we would need more space for that. But I think we can get it here. A number of people have had loft conversions and have put in sort of another bedroom and another bathroom upstairs. So I just really think we should stay here.
Sure.
You two have obviously had plenty of discussions on the topic.
Kirsty's being worryingly quiet.
I've got to put my cards on the table.
Very unlike you.
I think Sarah's right.
Ooh.
I haven't seen upstairs.
Yeah.
Just what I can see now.
Yeah.
I don't initially think there's enough reception space to justify a 3rd bedroom. That is very unlike me because I am such a anti-moving person.
It's quite terrifying from my
it's-
perspective, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought you were on my side.
No, you see, this is what's quite interesting is that we must do whatever we think is genuinely in the best interests of our clients.
Well, this is a dramatic plot twist.
Right.
Yep, for the first time ever, I'm genuinely concerned that moving may be their best option. But I need to get a real sense of the square footage first.
Smaller bedroom to the back with a lot of stuff in it.
This is a lovely big room.
What happens in here? Oh, hello. Yes. I've never seen a layout quite like that.
But to be honest, it's the attic I'm most concerned about.
Phil, is there a ladder in that cupboard?
There's a ladder in that bedroom, actually.
Okay, bring it here.
And in case you've ever wondered how many presenters it takes to put up a ladder,
No, the other way.
Oh, okay. The other way what? You said go down.
at least 2.
Okay, you holding
I'm
the...
holding it, I promise I'm holding it. I also promise not to look up your skirt.
Oh, don't be childish. Right, thank you.
Loft conversions are renowned for being tricky and the most likely build to go wrong. And this one is particularly complicated. It's recommended that the highest point of the conversion should have a minimum clearance of 2.3 metres, which this plainly doesn't.
It's a big loft space, but looking at it, I think you'd have to lower the ceilings.
Lower that ceiling to get the
Lower the
regulation
floor here
height,
to get the regulation height up there.
which would start to compromise this level quite
Well, it just
significantly.
cost a fortune.
As well as the cost, you'd also have to move the staircase, which would eat into the already crammed 2nd bedroom. It's a huge amount of work and expense.
We set up our cameras to see just how they use the rooms in their house. Sarah and Peppa spend around 50% of their time in the kitchen and 30% in the living room. And whilst they do use the dining room to eat during the day, a lack of natural light means it's used more as a corridor.
which reinforces my initial thought of trying to maximise the downstairs space.
I mean, on the face of it, it's a fairly standard issue. Young couple want to start a family, haven't quite got the space to do it, but also can't afford to stay in the same area that they love. People move. It's what happens.
I mean, I've got to agree with you, Phil. I do think they should move, but I also think that if Peppa's determined not to move, then I can make this house easier to live in.
Now I've seen the whole property, I still stand by my opinion that they should list it. But a few simple fixes, such as decluttering and repainting, would make their downstairs feel bigger and more saleable. But because someone needs to back Peppa on Team Love It, and I never back away from a challenge, I'll be using the 50k budget to come up with some plans to cover all possible scenarios. Worth mentioning, though, that to move, they would still need to fork out £20,000 in stamp duty and around 10 grand in legal and moving costs. That's around 30k of expenses.
Yes, Kirsty, but moving could be their best bet to get everything they want and more. I've got a maximum budget of £600,000. This might sound like a lot, but in an area where property prices have doubled in the last 7 years, it's still going to be tough.
I have got some more thinking to do, but I will say that nothing much has changed from what I said when I first came.
OK.
I mean, I still want to stay.
Yeah.
I'm still very rooted in this house and ready to do what's needed to make it better for us in the future.
What would I have to find in order to persuade you that moving was the best plan?
It would have to be a really good area, and it would have to, again, be close to everything and walkable to everything. And I suppose you'd have to give us a lot more space. So something that there's no way that we could get here. So like a conservatory or a utility room or...
I think, if Peppa's also really honest, she really wants a shed.
I do quite want a garden shed, yeah. I will be fussy, though. I will be really fussy.
No one's got an easy job here today. I've got 600 grand to find a 3 to 4 bedroom house with 2 bathrooms, good size open plan living, garden and maximum 45-minute commute.
You've got to spend enough to make it either workable for you here or sellable.
Yeah.
But
And both.
not too much.
I don't want to end up making this house 25% better and you 100% unable to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, OK.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Therein lies the problem.
Challenge accepted?
Challenge
We accept any challenge.
I'm pretty pleased, actually, because basically Kirsty agrees with me, so that's 1-0 already, isn't it?
I'd forgotten how much fun this was.
No sympathy. You could at least be a bit sympathetic. Not a tiny bit.
Well, I think you're being slightly defeatist. Peppa is very determined to stay.
I still think there's a lot we can do with this house. I still think there is so much more potential that we could... other things that we can do to this house.
She's hoping against hope
Yes,
that
she
I'm
is.
going to provide her with the magic solution.
I think it's very exciting. I'm excited about what's going to happen next.
Look at next door. That's got the extension.
Yeah.
They've had to put in totally new windows.
And that's probably what they're looking at, going, well, we'll do it here. My challenge is we'll be finding more space in the same area.
Good luck to you.
It'll be fun trying.
I think Phil has got a really, really difficult job to make me think about leaving this house.
In London's East End, a battle is raging that would put Peggy and Pat to shame. Just have a butcher's.
We will be listing this house. We need an extra bedroom, we need an extra bathroom that is not accessible via another bedroom.
Yes, there have been many an embarrassing moment in their bathroom, and it's not just family to be caught with their pants down.
Hey, get out!
Gordon Bennett.
And Kirsty had some shocking revelations of her own.
I've got to put my cards on the table. I think Sarah's right.
That's right, Kirsty's on my side this week.
Don't be so sure, Phil.
It's quite terrifying from my perspective, to be honest. I thought you were on my side.
No. Although in my heart of hearts I still think they should list it, it's my job to help. So I'm determined to come up with a solution to create more bedroom space for a potentially expanding family.
I have my work cut out here.
Whereas I have £600,000 to convince Peppa that there is life outside of Walthamstow if they choose to sell. Bring it on.
Sarah, you've spent quite a bit of time surfing the internet, looking at stuff, sort of putting it under Peppa's nose and haven't got anywhere.
And no reaction whatsoever. But as soon as Phil Spencer comes along,
Not wanting to push Peppa over the edge, though, I'm keeping it relatively local for my first house. We're heading 4 miles north to Chingford, so still in London's E postcode.
The idea of moving, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah, of course.
fear.
No, I understand that, of course.
Yeah.
What I think you're most scared of is the fact that I might actually do my job.
Yeah, that terrifies me.
Well, prepare for a scary morning, Peppa. Chingford is becoming an increasingly popular place, mainly down to its proximity to the super chic suburbs of Hyams Park.
look at the size of these houses, Peppa. Crikey.
It's a real risk it's going to go well.
As well as green spaces and good transport links, you also get much more bang for your buck. Properties here are 10% cheaper than Walthamstow.
Well, note, please, the parking spot.
Yep, very nice.
Very useful.
And the large semi-detached house that it sits in front of.
Okay.
It's a proper grown-up family home.
It is. It looks very grown up.
Are we
Very
allowed
grown
in?
up.
You are allowed in because it's comfortably under budget.
Really?
That's right, at just £585,000, we're 15 grand under budget. Downstairs, there's a lounge, study, separate dining room and kitchen, with a lovely southwest-facing garden for the dogs. The first floor, as per their remit, offers 2 good-sized bedrooms, a family bathroom, and a master with ensuite.
Come on in. To a big, generous hallway, and through to the dining room. What?
I didn't think we could afford anything like this. This is really nice.
Our drinks cabinet could go very nicely underneath there.
Yeah, maybe.
I love you already. Look, my drinks cabinet, just my little drinks cabinet.
Yeah, all the way over there.
But you don't even need alcohol to make you merry in this house.
Main bedroom.
Yeah. That ticks all the boxes.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And
Oh, no.
yeah, it has. And that's even bigger than you'd expect.
It's got a walk-in shower.
Oh, dear.
Well, you're screwed, mate.
Yeah.
Ha! And so is Kirsty.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 3 reception rooms, parking, dog walks nearby, and a nice southwest-facing garden under budget. I mean, shall I go on?
It's got a lot more than our house has.
I was going to give you a bit of time, so I'll catch you downstairs.
OK.
Okay.
Well, well, well. I don't know who's more shocked. Peppa, the house is so strong,
Wow.
Yeah. Scary.
Uh-oh.
or me, the fact that Peppa's come out with an entirely open mind and seems completely up for it.
Oh.
This is an amazing space, isn't it? Really lovely.
I think it's brilliant.
I can see you're moving in already.
Mm-hmm. I can see you're thinking about it.
This is going unbelievably well, but there is one thing that could possibly throw a spanner in the works.
We haven't talked about the commute.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my question.
By my reckoning, Peppa, I think your journey to work is slightly complicated,
Okay.
but it would be done in 55 minutes.
Okay.
So for you, it'd be 43 minutes door to door.
Wow.
Peppa's current commute is just 40 minutes and Sarah's 45, so this could be a stumbling block.
I mean, I really like the house, but that does put me off. Yeah.
But given this is under budget as well, shall I stop now? I think I'd stop.
Oh, poor Peppa.
Come on, let's go.
In spite of the longer commute, I think I've really opened Peppa's eyes up to what's on offer outside of Walthamstow, if they're to list it.
Back in Walthamstow, Peppa is still keen for me to come up with some plans for a loft conversion.
There's so much you could do and so much it isn't worth doing.
Sarah and Peppa have a budget of £50,000, but sometimes throwing money at a problem could mean very little or no return in terms of adding value. I would not be doing my job if I didn't mention that.
This is the plans for putting on a loft extension.
Yeah.
That is what I would call the Peppa plan.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is radically reconstructing this house to give you 2 double bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a single bedroom.
The Peppa plan would involve lowering the ceiling on the first floor to allow enough head height for the attic conversion. We'd also have to take a chunk out of the second bedroom and bathroom to make room for the additional staircase, though at least this would create a 1-door bathroom. On the top floor, with the help of a dormer, we'll finally have enough space to create an extra bedroom with shower room.
Can I ask some questions?
Of course. Why does everyone think I'm such a monster? Yes. Yes.
Because this has changed the layout, would that mean that we'd have to obviously replace the windows?
You may have to change the windows anyway because you're having to lower the ceiling. Putting a loft extension in this house is much harder than putting a loft extension in other houses.
Yeah.
This house is currently worth £525,000. The ceiling price is between £575 and £600. So you might get some extra money, but there's no guarantee of that.
Okay.
Well, I'd like to be a fly on the wall in that sitting room tonight. There's a lot to be discussed.
If you agreed to, at this moment to say, do you know what, let's just list it, I think I'd be like, OK. But I don't think that's going to happen.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
I noticed how you took your arm away then as well.
Either way, someone is going to feel that they've really compromised.
50,000 is a pretty big risk, though.
I know. But we might well get that back.
The word might fills me with horror.
Probably.
Okay.
Almost definitely, perhaps will.
It's a gamble, but one that could be worth taking if it will get Peppa what she wants.
Things aren't looking great for either side this week.
I think it's tough both sides, actually, this one. Because you haven't got a lot, but need to do
A lot.
a lot. And it's pretty much the same at my end.
Yeah, well...
Outside of Walthamstow, I think I can manage it. But in Walthamstow, which I know they really want to be, it's now impossible.
Got news for you, Phil. Outside of Walthamstow just isn't going to cut the mustard.
Only time will tell.
We left the girls pondering, but a decision has been made.
We decided to go with the loft conversion.
Yeah. We had to make sure that this house really couldn't meet our needs, and I think putting the extra bedroom in the loft might solve the problems.
First things first, the ceilings are lowered, which adds on average around £2,000 to £3,000 the cost of any conversion.
There's a huge hole in our house. There, and there, and there,
And there.
and there.
Yeah.
That's quite terrifying.
I think it's exciting.
I don't think we can change our minds at this point.
No.
No.
Nope, it's too late now, Sarah. And if you think that hole's terrifying, then the next thing the builders are doing is taking off half the roof, tile by tile. Depending on the complexity of the job, loft conversions can take between 8 to 15 weeks. To create the recommended 2.3 metres clearance, the builders are making an opening for a dormer, which is an extension to the existing roof. This allows extra space and headroom, something Sarah and Peppa are sorely missing here.
OK, that is pretty impressive. But I want to test Peppa's resolve and see just how important the commute is. Chancing my hand, I'm taking them to Chelmsford, where house prices are around 35% cheaper than Walthamstow. But it's 30 miles away. What could possibly go wrong?
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Not the most suspicious of starts, my friend.
No, but there is method to my madness.
You're out in the back there. It's all gone a bit quiet.
Yeah, I'm just a bit confused and shocked, I think.
As to how far we've travelled.
Yeah.
The commute is longer, but the house that I'm going to show you is 50% bigger than the one I showed you.
Oh my God. Okay.
So I just thought, okay, we're thinking about commute. Let's really think about commute.
Yeah,
Let's really throw ourselves at the topic, at the issue.
Let's just keep an open mind.
Indeed, for this really is a boundary setter for what could be a family home.
Oh, there's a long face. If you were to consider Chelmsford, and it's got everything that you have and like in Walthamstow. It's got its cinema, it's got restaurants and bars and cafes, it's got fantastic shopping.
Looks like a lovely house.
It does. It looks like a beautiful house.
Peppa's looking less than convinced, but
Smile,
come on,
smile, smile.
let's put forward.
In spite of Peppa's reservations, this semi-detached Victorian house is the perfect family home and just under £600,000. It's packed full of original features with a kitchen diner and 2 separate reception rooms downstairs. It's 50% bigger than their current home, and with 5 bedrooms, there's plenty of room for an expanding and visiting family.
So we have the big kitchen diner.
Yeah. Oh.
You may decide this is more than you need,
Yeah.
and therefore you don't want to travel. This
I
is,
think I need this.
That's a need for you, isn't it?
it's got all the bells and whistles, this place.
It's in Chelmsford. That's the only thing I can think at the moment.
Yeah.
I think I may have pushed it too far here.
You've got the lovely fireplace, you've got the shutters, you've got... This is the original floor.
Oh, wow.
Especially with over an hour's commute.
Where we are now, we do make the most of central London as well.
It is nice just to be able to book something and know that we'll be able to get home.
I'm just going to play devil's advocate,
Yeah.
if I may, but you are also talking about having a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long nights out, trips to the theatre.
anyway.
Ain't going to happen.
It's not easy planning for a lifestyle that you haven't yet experienced. These are seriously big decisions.
I'm still not really feeling the same way as I did in the last house.
Yeah.
You're feeling it more than me, aren't you?
Yeah.
I think I know the answer, but
Is it worth the hour and 6 minutes commute?
My gut feeling is no, because that feels too far and because it feels further from our families as well.
I think I feel the same.
Fine, don't worry.
Okay.
Let's get out of here. Off you.
Go on.
Back in the car for that long drive.
Can't win 'em all, Phil.
don't count your chickens, Kirsty. I'm not done yet.
I think the first house we saw in Chingford suited us better because I walked in and immediately felt comfortable and at home. And I came in here and I've gone, wow, this is an incredible house. But I feel like I've walked into somebody else's house.
Even when we can see what an amazing house we can get for a longer commute, I'm still thinking, but the commute's too long.
Whenever you're house hunting, it does really help if you can establish where the boundaries are, the lines that mustn't be crossed. Well, in this case, I found it. It's Chelmsford.
I think Kirsty has got a difficult job.
Are you saying I'm difficult?
Yeah, you are difficult in a lovely, very nice way.
In Walthamstow, the debate continues between Sarah and Peppa over whether to love or list their 2-bed terrace.
I'm sure Phil will show us some lovely houses, but they won't be our house.
No, well, they might be in the future.
Admittedly, my last property didn't quite hit the spot.
It's in Chelmsford. That's the only thing I can think at the moment.
But Property 1 really got Peppa thinking that maybe there is life outside of Walthamstow.
I didn't think we could afford anything like this. This is really nice.
If she were to consider listing.
I've put a lot of thought into this because I really do think that they should move. But at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to the strength of emotions that Peppa has for their home and their whole kind of lifestyle in Walthamstow.
So I'm scurrying back to East 17 to try and find somewhere closer to home.
I don't know how eager they'll be after sinking 50 grand into a loft conversion.
Controversially, when I first came to this house, I said, you should list it. But Peppa is adamant that they're staying. So let's see how it's going.
Upstairs, a huge amount of work has been done.
Blimey. God, it's like tearing apart the house.
The second bedroom is smaller, but will still make a perfectly sized nursery. The stairs are in and, oh, just one door to the bathroom.
I have a pathological aversion to lowered ceilings. But I have to say, so far so good.
And upstairs, a beautiful ensuite shower room and attic conversion. I still have my concerns, but what do the girls think?
We are 3 unsuitably dressed ladies in a building site.
Yeah.
You've been living in this building site.
Yeah.
And you never wanted to do the building work in the first place, Sarah?
No.
So how's that been?
It's a little bit like camping, but with a roof. And the space up here is much bigger than I thought.
I love this space.
Yeah,
I think it's amazing.
It's really great. It's nice and light, and the off-suite works really well. What I don't think has changed is the downstairs, because it hasn't.
I agree. I always worried this renovation would be top-heavy, and I also fear, judging by the location of the TV socket, that there might be an issue with where they want to put the bed.
Right. Bed head a bit. Peppa, fancy walking out the door?
Well, yeah, I see what you mean.
The ideal place for the bed is below the window, but they'd have to move the radiator, so...
You could put it in here.
Yeah.
Like that. The only thing about that is that slightly leaves that as a bit of a sort of odd space.
Planning a bedroom is tough, particularly in a loft conversion. So, there's only one thing for it. A trip into London town and a bit of shopping.
The average person spends 200,000 hours in bed. That's almost a third of our lifetime. So, the decision about what bed is probably something you could take quite seriously.
It's not just the size of the bed they need to think about, but also the headboard, whether it will fit under the eaves, and even whether the bed will get up the stairs.
30% of people in the UK regularly sleep badly. A calm, uncluttered room is key. Plus, a big bed. I'm amazed how many decent-sized bedrooms I see with tiny beds.
The mattress is the most important part of the bed. Sarah suffers from a bad back and likes a hard mattress, whereas Peppa likes a soft one. So we're on the hunt for the perfect mattress.
One of these mattresses is soft, one is medium, and one is firm.
Okay, like Goldilocks.
Like Goldilocks.
Yeah.
Yes. Although there's a sad lack of Goldilocks here.
A good new mattress can cost anywhere between a couple of £100 and several thousand.
Oh, no.
Way too soft. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
No.
You'll probably love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you
Well.
try that one, Peppa.
She'll be asleep in 5,
Wow,
4,
that
3,
is- oh.
2. Yeah.
That feels lovely, I think.
Yeah, try the next one.
Yeah. Okay.
You should change your mattress every 5 to 8 years. And you should spend at least 10 minutes testing them.
Yep, that's me.
Yep.
That's me. So we've got medium, firm, soft.
Yeah.
Peppa, you think you're on the perfect bed at the moment.
I think so, yeah.
Sarah, you're pretty sure you're on the perfect bed
Yeah.
at the moment. I can feel sleep overwhelming me. Gives a whole new meaning to 3 in a bed, really, doesn't it?
But there's no time for any shut-eye. With mattress sorted, we're now on to storage. If you're short of space like Sarah and Peppa, beds can also be a great help in decluttering.
This is genuinely great extra storage. Look, it's quite tough to lift up when you've got the full mattress on. So much storage.
Yeah, that's really good.
It really is.
Really want as much storage as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So big, you can even fit Kirsty in it.
I'm fine. I'm not claustrophobic at all.
Okay.
Can Sarah lift it up without hurting her back? No, not funny.
I think it's hilarious, but please do not try this.
I wasn't really expecting to spend the afternoon in bed with Kirsty also, but why not? We've had a nice afternoon.
Kirsty's certainly wooed the girls in the bedroom. I've got one final property to try and win them over.
You both seem quite pleasantly surprised at what your budget could, in theory, buy you.
Yeah, very much so. It seems ridiculous that we can afford something like that.
Yeah, it's almost too nice for us.
Yeah.
Oh, don't say things like that.
Felt like a really, really grown up.
Well, no, I don't like to point it out, but you are quite grown up.
I know.
Having learnt my lesson, we're scurrying back to East London and to Enfield, just 7 miles north of Walthamstow. It's a more acceptable and less complicated commute than Property 1.
That is a very pretty semi-detached house. Lots of bedrooms, lots of reception rooms, lots of bathrooms.
Nice.
Really excited about this one.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a look inside.
Peppa's right to be excited, for this Victorian semi is set over 3 levels and boasts not 3 but 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It's slightly over budget at $625,000, but unlike their current home, downstairs is light and airy. There's a stunning lounge, playroom, kitchen with separate dining room, and a large garden, meaning it's an entirely future-proof family home.
Right, let's see what we've got then. Very traditional layout. It's clean and tidy, got a bit of character to it.
I love that.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Peppa, you seem to be feeling a bit more open to things now.
Yeah, I think my mind is opening up to the potential.
What's changed?
Seeing the space and the light that we could get, maybe now's the right time to find a sort of 10-year house or longer.
Sarah, we've been doing a good job. Should we see some more?
And there's still the upstairs to uncover.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
It is very nice.
Peppa seems to have joined Team Listed. Happy days indeed.
4 bedrooms.
Wow.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Well, they are for me anyway.
Commute's not too bad.
So it just literally takes all the boxes.
It's a bit tempting.
Yeah.
But I'm not out of Walthamstow yet.
Well, just wait till you see what's next, Peppa.
It's good, it's great.
There's a gate there.
Oh, what? Really?
Go on.
That's a big surprise.
It's literally a secret garden. Oh, my word.
Little house at the end of the garden.
Oh, mate.
2 rooms, windows, power.
Nailed it.
There's power. Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's definitely something that our house doesn't have. I can see that.
Whatever Kirsty does to your house, she ain't going to give you one of those.
That is true, yeah.
So you were the one that was pushing to list it and to move. Has it cemented your thoughts?
I think so. I think there is nothing that we can do in our house that will match in terms of space.
And I think I always knew that, but it becomes more visible when you see somewhere else that has a lot of extras for a similar price. I think we've got a lot more to think about than we did
Terrific.
Which is
a couple of days ago, yeah.
a real step forward.
Which means my job here is done. Both Sarah and Peppa are now aware of what a list could mean for their future.
Well, I'm really happy because I feel that I've been able to empower them in their decision-making. And hopefully they will now be able to see beyond life in Walthamstow towards a great big fat listed.
Looking smug there, Pip, but let's just wait till my work on their house is done.
Late night?
Oh, bit of a not a series of late nights. They're
On
just
the lash again.
Phil.
It's getting a habit. No, generally, I was quite surprised at how open-minded Peppa was, given how much she loves Walthamstow.
It's definitely the place to be.
Well, this is where Peppa really wanted to stay.
I know. And you just took her to Chelmsford. Oh, well done, Phil.
Yeah, that one was... I knew it was a bit of a gamble.
Before Kirsty and I stepped in, charity workers Sarah and Peppa Clayton-Fisher were at a standoff over their small 2-bed terrace.
Well, you are emotionally attached to it.
Very emotionally attached.
Whereas I have a sensible hat on that says...
Heartless hat.
Heartless?
Yes.
Wow.
I've been on the case trying to find them a ready-made, future-proof family home.
Whatever Kirsty does to your house, she ain't going to give you one of those.
That is true. Nailed it.
I know I recommended that they should list it, but once they decided they wanted an attic conversion, I went for it to make sure it worked.
So, will they be upping sticks?
Or settling in.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. How you doing?
I brought someone to see you.
Hi.
Downstairs, my suggestion of a simple lick of lighter paint and some decluttering has made the space feel much bigger. But it's the upstairs where the magic has been done.
Oh, looks very smart.
It is very smart, Phil.
Before, there was no corridor, just 2 bedrooms interconnected by a long bathroom. Now my plan has completely opened this floor to make room for the attic stairwell.
The landing, it doesn't feel pokey, it just works, it feels very natural.
And it is light. I was a bit worried that it was going to be dark, but it's not.
The embarrassing Jack and Jill bathroom has been reduced in size, redecorated and tiled with just one doorway.
Love the tiles, love the radiator, sink.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Sounds like you want to move in, Phil. And who wouldn't? Because although the second bedroom and bathroom have been reduced in size and the ceilings lowered, the finish is impeccable. The master bedroom is also now home to a useful storage divan bed similar to the one I showed them.
The bedroom is smaller, the bathroom is smaller.
Yes.
And neither of them feel like they're smaller.
No, that's true. Somebody's done you a good job.
And then.
Well, this is the
Yeah.
game changer.
I
up
think
here,
this
isn't
is
it?
You're going to be quite surprised.
The tour de
I
force.
certainly was.
You seem worried, Phil.
As he should be. For where there was once a disused attic space, there's now a stunning 226 square foot attic conversion, with a large bedroom and shower room, meaning room to expand as a family.
I must be careful not to hit my head in these low ceilings.
In your dreams, Phil Spencer. In your 7-foot fantasies.
I mean, it's lovely. I don't want to take anything away from what you've done. I think it's fantastic. I'm getting a little bit kind of sway because the house is now so top-heavy, it's practically falling over. But
No, this is a 3-bed house, and this is a very multifunctional space.
Despite all this structural work and decoration across 3 floors, they only went £1,000 over their 50 grand budget.
you sound as though you're changing your mind. You were the one that thought they should list it.
Listen, the fact of the matter is that it really has been future-proofed as far as it could ever go.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not you saw something with Phil that, you know, you prefer, fine. But if you're going to tell me that, give me a cup of tea first. That's all I'm saying.
We may need something a little stronger. It's decision time.
Originally, local estate agents came and valued this property for £525,000.
Yeah.
And how much have you spent on it?
£51,100.
Well, it's good that it's worth £625,000 now.
Is that right?
625? Really?
Yes.
That's a staggering 50k return and a much higher market price than even I predicted.
I don't want to take anything away from what you've done to the house. I think it's brilliant. But I did show you houses that were considerably bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were very impressed.
We loved that first house. We walked in and I practically moved in.
And it showed that, you know, there is life outside of Walthamstow.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I know that whatever decision you make, it's a good one. And that's what I'm really happy about.
So, brings us to the question. Do you want to love it?
Or list it.
We're going to love it.
Yes.
Just doing this, doing what we've done to it, has made me fall back in love with it.
Yeah.
There's scope within this house for the next few years, at least, like 4 or 5 years. And I think for Peppa, there is life outside of Walthamstow.
It's changed my mind in the sense that maybe this house isn't forever and ever house. I think we do appreciate that we don't want to keep pouring money into this one house. I think we're done now.
Yeah. You shouldn't buy anything for the house without getting rid of something. If either of you see anything that you fancy having for the house, other than a recipe book, there is nothing more that anyone
Just got
needs.
a new one out, I think. Pop that on Christmas.
You are
Definitely better.
bad loser, Phil Spencer. You really
I'm not. I know
are.
I'm not. I'm really pleased that you've made any decision.
That was doubtful in the beginning. Touch and go.
And you're both really happy with it.
Yeah.
That makes us happy.
The house feels transformed, and I think all my concerns about having a big enough space for people to stay have totally been allayed.
Well done. Thoroughly beaten.
Pleasure, treasure. Did you genuinely think you might win?
I did, actually. I did, because not only did you feel to start with that they were going to list it.
I thought they should
Good.
list it. Didn't think you were going to shift Peppa, not in a million years.
Although we knew we could get a bigger, better house somewhere else for our budget, we realised that we have a nice, big enough house in a location that we really love.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Oh, I thought you were going to say everyone loves a trial.
I'll say that next week, don't worry.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Next week in Harrogate, my challenge is to fit 3 generations into a 3-bedroom semi.
I don't think that this house can grow with us.
It'll take imaginative solutions
Sort of grandpa hutch at the end of the garden.
And maybe some divine intervention.
You need a miracle for the budget.
as we magic up some almighty surprises.
We had our wedding reception on that field there.
Yeah, where we're going.
No,
That field there.